Welcome and welcome back to another reaction video. Today we're going to react to Asi Wind on Penn and Teller. It's a really interesting video. Just watch.
You know, every magician that's been on this show has tried to fool Penn and Teller, and then they try to figure it out and explain in code how they think it's done. And I know what the rest of you must be thinking. You're thinking, why do they have to speak in code? That's rude. We also want to be included. We also want to know how it's done. That's why I'm going to show you a trick and explain exactly how it's done. So, Penn?
Yes?
I need you to choose a...
All right, we got to stop right here. Did you see what he just did? First of all, that is so true. Every magician comes up on Penn and Teller, and then they speak in code, and the whole audience feels left out. First thing what he just did, he made everybody feel included. And second thing is, he said he's going to reveal the trick. Who comes up to Penn and Teller when usually you try to fool them, and then he's going to reveal it? And the third thing, just a small thing I want to say before we start the video, is Asi Wind did not want to come up to Penn and Teller. Why? Because he didn't like the idea that we try to fool somebody else. Magic should not be presented as you fool somebody else. So the whole routine is basically created that obviously you're going to get fooled, but the target isn't you should get fooled.
Person we can trust, somebody from the audience.
Oh, you want a regular audience person?
A regular audience member, somebody...
Oh, okay. Well, you got the sweater. Give her the sweater. Give me the sweater.
You're seem fine. Do you mind standing in the very spot? And your name is?
Trevor.
Trevor, I want you to do me this favor. Imagine you have a deck of cards in your hands, okay? Hold them up. And do you want to pull out the number cards or the picture cards? What do you want to pull out?
I want to pull out the picture cards.
Picture cards. That means jacks, queens, and kings. Do you want jacks, queens, or kings?
Kings.
Oh, kings? I'll give you a few seconds to think about it, okay? Just, you know, take your time. You don't have to rush, you know.
That's a thing what I actually use sometimes in my magic. When you let a spectator think, sometimes they start feeling pressure, so they will switch. Or sometimes they'll feel pressure, so they'll be like, I can't switch, or it confuses them. But he just uses it as a cool joke.
Is it still a king?
I still like kings, yeah.
You still like kings. Hearts, clubs, diamonds, or spades?
Spades.
The king of spades. Do you want to change your mind? One last second you have.
Yeah.
Different suit? What suit do you want?
King of clubs.
King of clubs. Twist in this. It's dramatic. Okay, twist. I have a wooden box, and inside I keep a deck of cards. Now you start with the king of
spades,
and you switch to king of clubs. Very, very, very interesting. Because I have, as I told you, a deck of cards. Before the show, backstage, I went through the deck and I removed one card from the middle and reversed it. And it could have been any one of these, obviously, anyone that you named. But you named the king of clubs. And I'll show you every single card, every one of these, except for one card in the middle is the king of clubs. No! I was really sure you're going to say king of clubs, that I took this card from a different deck. That's how sure I was. It's the only blue card in the deck. No. I was really sure. I don't have any other card but the king of clubs. It's the only card I have here. These are all blanks. Every one of these cards is a blank card. This is the only option, the only card you could have named. And I know.
All right, just a moment. You see what he does over here? Now, when somebody does to you a magic trick, the first thing is what your brain can think. So probably he has a few cards there. And then he shows you, no, that's not true. So then the next thing what your brain can think. So probably, I don't know. And then he shows you step by step that I have to be from a different deck. And then everything is blank. It's like everything what your mind build up, it can be. And that's when you go like, okay, that's it. I have no idea how he did it. That's a really like, I give him credit for that. Don't know if it's an important point in magic or if it's just a good like thing to do in your tricks, but it's definitely something what he deserves credit for. You build it up and then it busts. It's like, nah.
I know you love to examine cards, so these are for you. Happy holidays. Enjoy. Enjoy yourself. The first time I got fooled was when I was 13 years old. I went to a magic shop. And the man behind the counter showed me the first card trick I've ever seen. And I remember I was in awe. For me, it was a miracle. I said to him, you gotta tell me how it's done. And he said, well, it's impossible. It's against the magician's code. But I can sell it to you for 50 shekels. I said, okay, I'm buying it. I bought the trick, learned it. And years later, I realized that even though I learned a great trick, I lost something in that store. I lost the mystery. I could never see the trick again. So I'm going to explain this trick to you. But keep in mind that once I show you how it's done.
All right, this is also a very important part. Sorry for stopping so many times. But a lot of times I'll show somebody a trick. And the secret how I did it is not something crazy. It's something that I can teach. But I wouldn't teach it because once he'll see it, he'll never unsee the trick again. And it's crazy because once I learn a magic trick, I watch the same routine. I can watch the same trick a couple of times, but I still you can't unsee it.
You can't unknow it. Do you still want to know how it's done? Huh? It's going to be 50 shekels a person. All right, it's the holidays, it's on the house. So first things first, you have to remember that everything on stage is a part of the illusion. Nothing is innocent, nothing is as it seems, because my goal is to create a moment that has no explanation. No explanation. So the first question you want to ask yourself is, why did I place the cards inside a wooden box and not just right on the table? I did it because I had to. So let's replace this box with a similar box made of clear plastic. And it's very, very similar, but what's special about it is that when you open the lid, it lifts the bottom with it, okay? So there's a little bit of a path. Also, there are magnets on the bottom of this box, and this table has a trap door. So when I place it right above the trap door, when I open it, it will open the trap door with it, and you can see that inside there's decks of cards. Yes, decks of cards inside. Now, at some point, if you remember, I was drinking. Why did I drink? I did not have to drink. I drank because I had to for the trick to work. You see, this mug has a little bit, 4 magnets on the bottom. And underneath the surface, there's a disc, a circular gear. So if I place it right about here, and if I now turn the mug, it will cause all the decks inside to rotate, okay? You know what? Let me just give you a much better view on this so you can really understand. This is a very strong magnet. So you understand how this really works. As you can see, you have all the decks in there. And when I place it right about here and rotate that, then in every one of the 52 decks, there's 1 card reversed. And obviously I took, as you can see, 1 deck because that was the card you named, so I had to take that one. And every other deck has 1 card reversed. Do you see how this could help you with the trick? I wanted you to feel for a brief moment what it's like to be on my side of magic. For a brief moment to enjoy the part that I find beautiful. But I did not want you to pay the price I paid. When I lost the mystery, I could not see the trick again. I made a choice. I chose to learn the secrets, but you didn't. And I can't make that choice for you. That's why I told you at the very beginning that everything on stage is a part of the illusion. Nothing is innocent. Nothing is as it seems.
Nothing is innocent and nothing is as it seems. That's a crazy line. And by the way, a small thing I just want to let you know, you probably didn't realize, on the back of his background was the whole trick revealed. Like, just rewatch it, you'll see what I mean. He is insane, such a genius. First of all, why didn't he actually do the trick like that? Do you think you would ever figure it out if the trick would work like that? A genius. And the second part is, he's a genius for how did the trick actually work? Because, all right, just click over here for the last reaction video, click over here for the next reaction video, and stay tuned for more. Wow. Well, where am I gonna go? I don't have really what to say. I'll just sit here. Feels awkward. It's okay.